Now we're doing water now. So the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and how the Venus and Taurus will affect you from now until April 3rd. And, the earth element in the Western system is a supportive yin element that seeks security. And so, Cancer, your security is in the family, the environment, but at what point does the family or the group or even the relationship to ethnicity and racial and nationalistic, at what point do they become claustrophobic, or they become, and it becomes a pressure to fit in or to adapt to the creeds of the group? Because that reverse 10 of disc is what's being promised may not be what you need. And it's an earth energy. So earth is motivated by the practicality, the material. You're motivated by the feeling, the soulful. So recognize where your values, where your treasures really lie. And then the Two of Swords suggests, yeah, you'll have a decision to make in the next couple weeks, even 2 days, 2 weeks, particularly this weekend if you're doing any reassessing of your personal relationships. But that infinity symbol is energy and matter. The that ability to those being exchanged. I'd be remiss if I didn't say the stork can suggest what storks suggest, creativity in babies, but it also indicates the inherent creativity that you have, Cancer, and using that Venus and Taurus to join with like-hearted others to bring that in creativity into manifestation. Scorpio, now Taurus is your opposite sign. So it's important that with Venus, anything in opposition, you work it out in relationship. So the Venusian energy is settling into bringing in more love, less suspicion and trust, less side eye, and just being able to pause and bring a level of calmness to your intensity. It's important that you laugh at yourself, Scorpio, and recognize that the Nine of Wands suggests that the past is not prologue. Where you've been wounded from before does not necessarily mean that it's going to constantly be thrown in your face or constantly be a wound, even. They can heal. And one way that they heal is by experimenting with knowing when enough is enough, of when you've maybe pushed things too far. The Ace of Swords is that you have more clarity of thought. In a metal rat year, the Chinese system, the Ace of Swords can represent the transformation of how you communicate, how you express your thoughts, your perceptions. Kindness is best. A mild answer turns away rage. I forget which scripture that is, but it's definitely in the little books, also known as the Bible. But just calm yourself. Calmate, Scorpio. And last but not least is, I believe, Pisces. Compassionate, sensitive to the nuance of human interaction between humanity and divinity. And Taurus is a sister sign. Their sister signs are Capricorn and or a sibling in Taurus, and so they bring you that rock of Gibraltar, and Venus, no less, is no different than that for you. The Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. So you're in your head, okay? Thoughts are things. The Nine of Swords can represent the culmination of negative thought forms that show up nightmarish. It's the shadow. So look to see where you've splintered off, Pisces, where you've separated those fish swimming in opposite directions but connected by a cord. So the metaphor is such that uh, up and down, higher and lower are perspectives that we use, directions even, while we're on the earthly plane. But access or transcend those negative thought forms through, I believe, I have faith, I can move beyond. And then the Six of Swords is having that higher overview. These priestesses are carrying knives of truth. They're up in the sky, so they can take the long view of how to move away from confusion and psychological pain. So a little bit each day, accentuating the pleasures of life, can really be helpful for you at this time, Pisces.